Welcome to Veda Day 3. So I'm out here in front of this waterfall at this gorgeous location here near my house, and I hope you can hear me okay. I should have put my headset in, but whatever, hopefully you can hear me just fine. So today I want to talk about how believing and knowing can make or break your results in getting what you want, feeling how you want, and being how you want in your life, how you attract or experience in your life. So as you know, or may not know, I help you to understand your life so you can gain the clarity and confidence to experience life on way better levels, get a lot more of what you want, and feel a lot happier, at peace, have freedom, all those great things that you may be wanting in your life. So, all of the tips that I'm giving in this 30 days of Veda vlog every day in August, I'll be talking about things that can help you do that. So, when you believe something, that's really great, because what you believe is what you attract in your life, right? Whether it's a belief that feels good and attracts things that feel good to you, or there are beliefs that don't feel good and don't attract feeling good things to you. When you affirm a belief, it affirms that it is true for you. And what you believe is true. Everybody has different truths. So if somebody totally believes something, then that is their truth. So it is true, even if you don't believe it. It doesn't mean that because you don't believe it, it's not true. Maybe it's not true for you, but it is true for the person that is believing it. That's why I always believe God, the universe, the divine, whatever you call that higher power, will never take sides with anyone saying that's right and that's wrong, because the truth is that if you believe something, it is true for you, or it is true for that person. Okay, but let's see. I want you to think about when you say, like, oh, I believe that. You know what? You're right. I believe that's true. Or, I believe this is true. Whatever it is, like, it can be different things. Now, there's always all kinds of levels of belief, trust, knowing, loving, freedom, like healing. Everything has many levels to it. So you could really believe something with all of your heart and all your might. And you might believe something a lot, but there might be still something lingering there that doesn't really believe it all the way, even if it was like 99.9. Or how about if you really felt consciously that you believed it, but your subconscious didn't believe it? So you have this dual belief going on. And when I work with my clients, we do some, like, I have a clarity program that you can look at on my website. I'll put a link in the description below, but we get in really deep. And it's amazing that when we go through the process of this program, that we'll be talking and all of a sudden I'll be like, whoa, you have a dual belief there. Like, you believe you're free, but there's a part of you that does not believe that. You believe you're making all the right choices for yourself, but there's a part of you that doesn't believe it. You believe that you trust the universe, but there's a part of you that doesn't really trust the universe. And finding these dual beliefs is so important, because if you believe it and you don't believe it at the same time, where do you get? What is the experience you're going to get? You're going to get the experience of, you're not going to get one thing one way or another in a very defined way. It'll be kind of, give and take. You'll get some things, you won't get some things, but you'll never get exactly what you're looking for, because there's a belief that's contrasting and working against you. So that is where the knowing comes in. When you know something, and this even goes for those times when you say, you know what, I don't know how I know this, but I just know it. Okay, that's actually one of your psychic senses. That's something that when you have that knowing that you just don't know how it is, it's called claircognizance. And many times you know it because in many of your lifetimes that you're living, some people call them past lives. I believe that we're living all of the lives at the same time. We're just experiencing different dimensions of those lives. But regardless, you've had an experience where you have learned that about this knowing. So you may not be able to touch or understand how you know, but you just know it. You just know it. Other times there's knowing where you do know. You know why. You know why you know it. So you could either, with knowing, you could either really know it and know why you know it, or you could know it but don't know why you know it, but you just know it. So I'm getting chills, and when I get the chills, it's like the angels going, yes, you're hitting the target. This is what we want you to talk about. So now think about believing versus knowing, right? If you know something, whether you know why you know it or you just know it, regardless if you don't know it or not, knowing is solid. It lands it. It's a definite, I know it. It is. It is. It just is. I know it. There is no doubt in knowing. Zero doubt in knowing. But if you say, I believe that, yeah, I believe that, you can feel in that energy of, yeah, I believe that, depending on what the conversation is. You might have times where you can say, I strongly believe that. Even with that, energetically, when I feel into those words, I can still feel a little slidey in there. Like there is room for a little doubt maybe. And I don't care if it's a firm, I believe this. Maybe, I'm not saying that you couldn't believe with all your might and it's just as strong as a knowing. Of course, that's possible. But when you kind of feel into it, like I'm describing it right now, can't you see what I'm saying? There is some room for some disbelief or doubt in believing. But if you know something, there is none. There's no doubt there. Now, I also, taking it further, when I was talking about, let's be fair, when I was talking about believing and that maybe there's a dual belief, like in another lifetime or aspect of yourself, or a subconscious thing that you don't know about that doesn't believe it, but you really feel like you believe it. Okay, let's apply that to the knowing, because, right, you got to apply it both ways. But with the knowing, it's so solid. So to me, and I'm not saying that everything I say is like, you should believe me. I'm one of those people that like to tell you my experience and tell you what I hear from my angels and tell you what I believe. But ultimately, I want you to decide what's right for you. I never want anybody just to believe everything I say. I mean, if it all resonates with you, cool. But if you have a different thought, you need to go with that, okay? So, but for me, with a knowing, it's so solid. I don't feel that part where, oh, well, there's this doubt there. There could be this doubt subconsciously or in this other lifetime. I feel like when you get to a point of a knowing, especially those ones where you don't know how, but you just know, that means you've worked that stuff out in another lifetime or somewhere in your life now or in another dimension. You've worked that out already because it's to the point of knowing. So I personally don't believe that there will be a dual belief with that, but you know, anything's possible. I never say everything is exactly true for every situation, but in general, I feel 100% on it. But other people might say, oh, I'm 90%. I don't know what. But for me, 100%, I feel like if you know, you know. So where can you start changing for your good? Like if you want to manifest something in your life, if you want to experience something better in your life, if you want to get through a difficulty, or just upgrade your life in some way? Where do you have a belief that you can work on changing to knowing? So I had a client recently, and one of the things we worked on with her was knowing that money's always there for you. So, I mean, I have so many teachings, but I'm not trying to, bugs around here. I'm not trying to make these videos long, but basically it's, if you are your universe, if everything outside of you is a reflection of inside of you, that means you are your own universe, and you can change anything in your universe that you want. So, and as well as, if you are the whole universe, that means that every bit of money, health, love, success, anything, freedom, is available to you because you're the whole universe. So you have all of that, right? So that means that all money, let's use money because that was the one that we were working on, is there for you. But then you say, yes, I believe that, and I have to align, there's all that aligning with that energy so you can actually see that money with you. But everything always starts as an energy before it manifests physically, if it's something you've not had before, okay? So you always have to create it energetically, and then physically it creates if you really align with it, if you really believe it, and further, if you know it, okay? So that's the point of all of this. So, yeah, and so you work on that, and so she's like, been working on that. Like, I totally believe that, I understand that concept. If I am the universe, all of this money is available to me. And I said, well, that's true, but I kind of feel like there could be a part of you saying, but then I'm not seeing it, so maybe there's a part of me that doesn't believe it all the way. And so she agreed. I don't know if these were the exact words. I have a lot of clients, but it's something like this. And then I said, how about when we do your light activation healing, which is in the Clarity program, we do 5 different kinds of sessions. I said, I work on energetically and physically aligning that belief that you know that all this money and everything that you want is in your universe and you can have it, but change it from a belief to a knowing. So now you have a way greater chance of totally landing that and aligning with it. And she's like, yeah. So I go in and I do the healing, and the healing's awesome because light activation, you look at everything and you just can find all these things that could be getting in the way or not aligning, and you can fix all that. So we worked on that, and it's just amazing. So my message today is, where can you change your belief into a knowing so that you can get what you really want in your life? If there's those things that you've been manifesting forever that never seem to come, I would say that you need to align better and find a belief about that and find a way to change it to a knowing. Now, obviously, you may or may not know how to do that. I do sessions on these kind of things, so if you ever wanted to reach out and work through something like that, obviously, contact me. My website is always in the description below. So anything that I talk about in these videos are things that I work with my clients. So I just think that's an obvious thing that you guys know, but maybe you don't. So that's my little tip for today, and so put some thought to that. And in the meantime, I want you to go out there and decide that you are going to sparkle like a diamond in the sun. And I said that yesterday at the end of the video, but I want you to really feel what that feels like. Imagine being a diamond, like all around you, and the sun beaming on you, and all of the beautiful rainbow colors and sparkles and light that just bounces off of it. And go walk in your life like that. Whether you're in your house or you go to the store, like consciously say, okay, I'm gonna put this in my aura, and I am just going to be this sparkly, beautiful, pristine diamond rainbow light in the world. Because you know what? I'm getting chills again. The brighter you can shine, the more the universe sees you. Yeah, it's true. The brighter you shine, the more everyone sees you. But the way that the universe And the way that everybody sees you is going to be like, whoa, you feel good. You look good. You're amazing. Like they're not going to know why usually unless they can see auras and see that. But it's going to be so complimentary to you, and people are going to respond so positively to you. And so when you bring on that energy into your energy field and engage with the world around you like that, you're opening your doors to receiving the things that make you feel good, that you really want, that would, if you had them, you'd just be beaming, like so excited and so happy. So when you can beam that energy first, you're aligning with those things that would really make you feel that way, and you're going to be like an attraction magnet to it, because you got to feel it and be it and beam that energy, that light, in order to attract it to you. Because those things that you want feel good, right? So if you're walking around in your day like, oh, I wonder when that's going to happen, oh, another day, oh, I got to go to the store. What are you attracting to you? You're just going to attract the everyday to you, right? But if you say, I'm going to just beam this beautiful diamond light and feel so good walking around like this today, then you're going to attract those things that you really want, that are going to make you feel really good. So what you put out, the energy that you're holding and putting out there and speaking and being and just standing for in your world is what you're going to attract back to you. So think about how you are going about your day every day. Is that the point of attraction that's going to attract what you want in your life? If you're not getting what you want, you're probably not beaming the energy to attract it. So go out there and beam that beautiful diamond, shimmery, rainbow, gorgeous, bright energy and light, and allow yourself to open to the gifts, the people, the opportunities that can come to you. All right? So thank you for joining me for Beta Day 3. And here's a view of this really pretty waterfall. I'm out here, it's humid, not just a little. It's humid, I'm kind of sweating, but I wanted to have a beautiful background, and I just actually came from the doctor. And yeah, you know what? When you can go to the doctor and say, no, I'm not hurting, I'm not feeling that, I'm not doing that, and they say everything's like normal, that's a good doctor's appointment. And I encourage all of you to go get a checkup once a year. I'm just saying that because for 15 years, I never went to the doctor. And I spent a lot of those 15 years worrying about, oh, I wonder if my heart's okay. Oh, I wonder if this is okay. Oh, what if that's wrong? And it was so crazy that I would worry about these things all the time. And then I finally go to the doctor and they're like, wow, you haven't been to the doctor all this time? I'm like, no. They're like, well, it's a good thing you're healthy. And I am. And so that just puts your mind at ease. I think a lot of times if we don't go do those things just to, go out there and find out like what's wrong, or maybe everything's right, we don't have to worry about things unnecessarily. And I worried about that stuff for probably 10 years. It was just crazy. Just go get it done so you don't have to worry about it. All right, everyone. You go out there and have an amazing day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Oh, I wanted to say, put a comment in the comment below. I forgot to say that. Subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon, because then you'll get the notifications when I go live or if I post a new video. And also, when you comment, it actually helps me comment and like when you do that, because it helps YouTube to show my video to more people. And I would appreciate that, just in return for what I do for you, if it's helpful and you believe in what I say. So if you feel guided, please do that. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.